All right, quick turnaround. Trey Simmons will be on the mound for the Blue Devils. And here we go. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. Gonzalez, K. McClellan, Cates, Torres, Kennett, Gonzalez, Huggins, Hoye, Howayak, and Huggins on the mound. There's a swing and a miss, so strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. As we get going here, Gonzalez was 1 for 4 in the first game. He had a double. Takes a strike down the middle. Orlando Gonzalez, their shortstop. One ball, 2 strikes. Lefty Trey Simmons. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. Brown is in left. Paniagua's in center. Trout is in right. Hutchison at third. Dawson at shortstop. Slabowski at second. Bard at first. Freeman behind the plate. And Simmons on the mound for the Blue Devils. 1 down. That's going to bring up Jaden Kay, the center fielder. He was 2 for 4 with a double and a home run. He takes outside, ball 1. One and 0 the count. There's a foul ball back to the screen, so 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the first inning of the second game. The first 3 games, first 2 down at Coffeyville yesterday, went to Coffeyville. The first game today, that's low and in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Freeman. The first game today went to the Red Ravens 8-3. There's a high fly ball to deep left center. Going back to the warning track is Paniagua to take care of that. So Case in it deep, but ran down by Paniagua. That's going to bring up McClellan, the first baseman. He was 1 for 3 with a single and a home run in the first game. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on to face the lefty, Trey Simmons. Low and inside, ball 1. Simmons is from Olathe, Kansas, went to Olathe West. There's a foul ball back to the screen, 1-1 the count. So 9 innings scheduled game. One ball, 1 strike the count. Strike called inside corner at the knees. Simmons just shakes his head on that one, thought it was inside. The strike zone will be established. We've only had 2 batters, so it'll take an inning or 2 to figure it out. There's a foul ball backing out of play. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Comes the 1-2. There's a ball headed deep to left field. And that is up on the hill for a 2-out home run for Trey McClellan. So back-to-back games with home runs for McClellan. So 2-out home run by McClellan. That's going to bring up Cates. Cates, the second baseman. Cates had a couple of base hits, a walk and a ground out in the first game. He takes strike one. Inside, 1-1 strike. One ball, one strike. Here comes the pitch outside. Comes the 2-1. There's a ground ball. It's going to be taken by the shortstop and safe at first base. That's going to be an infield hit. That's going to bring up Ed Sal Torres. This will be his first at-bat for the day. He'll be up there with 2 outs, runner at first base. He's up there left-handed facing the lefty. That misses low and inside. Foul, strike, 1-1 strike. Runner at first base. Base hit by Cates. He goes. Swing and a miss. The ball back to the screen, so a stolen base by Cates. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Torres. Torres, the designated hitter in this second game. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So the Red Ravens take a 1-run lead as we go to the bottom of the first inning on that home run by McClellan. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the first inning. The Red Ravens plate 1 on the home run. Slabowski, Bard, and Paniagua scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Scout Huggins on the mound from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tall right-hander for the Red Ravens. Slabowski was 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI in the first game. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Owen won the count. That's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside, 2-1 the count on Slabowski. Comes the wind and the 2-1 from Huggins. Foul ball back toward the fence. Two and two the count. The ball headed up the middle. It's going to be a leadoff base hit by Slabowski. He makes a hard turn just like you should do. Make him get that ball back in. So a runner at first base, that's going to bring up Bard. Bard was 0 for 2 with a ground out, a strikeout, and a walk in the first game. In the dirt. 1-0 the count. Inside. 2-0 the count on Brendan Bard, the first baseman. Throw over to first, back in safely is Slabowski. Two and 0 the count on Brendan Bard. In the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher, Higgins. Three and 0 the count on Bard. Strike right through there, strike called. Inside ball 4. So a base hit and then a walk. That's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua was 0 for 4 in the first game, a couple of strikeouts and a couple of flyouts to right field. He'll step in with nobody out and runners at first and second. Higgins out to give the bunt coverage defense in case of the bunt. Third baseman and the first baseman in on the grass. The first baseman is coming way in. Squares to bunt, and the runners move up. Nobody was at third. So Higgins out to visit with Huggins. Higgins and Huggins. Higgins back behind the plate. Runners at second and third. Owen won the count. That's up high. Runners at second and third. Blue Devils trail by one after half an inning. They've got runners at second and third with nobody out. There's a foul ball back to the screen, 1-2 the count on Paniagua. In the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher, Higgins. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paniagua at the plate, 2-2 the count. In the dirt, now 3-2. Fly ball down the right field line and out of play. Foul ball will do the 3-2 again. Little visit out to the mound. I'm not sure how many times we're going to be able to do this. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Paniagua at the plate. He's the center fielder. There's ball 4. Through a base hit and back-to-back walks. Now we're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Had a sponsor come on board, HomeLight. They're building the future of real estate today. HomeLight empowers people to achieve better outcomes during one of life's most important events, buying or selling their home. Their vision in a world where real estate transactions are simple, certain, and satisfying. HomeLight.com. We'll be back. All right, visit is over. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Strike called to Adams. Adams, the designated hitter in this game. He was 2 for 4 in the first game. Actually, 2 for 3. He had a couple of base hits and a sac fly. Comes the 0-1. Little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. We checked it a while ago. Let me check my stream here. I got a word that I'm not, so we'll get it checked here. We checked it a while ago. Let me check my stream here. I got a word. All right, seems like we're going. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count. Chris checked it on his phone. I checked it on my phone. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout of Adams. That's going to bring up Hutchison. Hutchison was 0 for 4 in the first game with 3 strikeouts and a ground out to second base. Need to get him back in the hitting way. Get up there and get him some strikes. One out. Bases are full of Blue Devils. Slabowski at third, Bart at second, Paniagua at first. That drops down low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Hutchison at the plate. One and 0 the count. Strike called inside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Blue Devils down by 1. Strike called inside corner. One ball, 2 strikes. Comes the wind and the 1-2 way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first inning. At this pace, we'll very likely not get 9 innings in because of light and no lights here. There's a fly ball headed down the right field line. That's going to be out of play. Scout Huggins on the mound for the Red Ravens. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Third baseman Hutchison at the plate. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. It's going to bring up Cole Dawson, the shortstop. Cole was 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 ground outs to the third baseman in the first game. He'll step in with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Strike called outside corner at the waist. 0-1 the count. Little bluff down the line there by Slabowski. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third as well as first. About forgot about Paniagua over there at first. Bard at second, Slabowski at third. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs to Dawson. Misses a little bit outside. Two balls and a strike. Huggins is from Tulsa, Oklahoma on the mound. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Blue Devils trail 1-0 batting here in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dawson at the plate. Comes the pitch. It's high and outside, 3-2 the count. Comes the wind and the 3-2. There's a ball headed into right field. So 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. So Cole Dawson with a base hit to right field for 2 RBI. She's going and watching what Randy is putting out there. Tell her to go to 4Ts on YouTube and she'll find it there. I may have put things in wrong. Sorry, I should shut this off. Sorry, we're simulcasting this thing to the IT department, and that's what they have on at the KJCCC website. There's a ball outside to Caleb Trout. He's playing in right field this second game, and that link is not working. I guess it doesn't go any good to tell anybody this if they're on that other site. But anyway, 4ts.com, they find it there. There's a ball out of play down the left field line. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Blue Devils with a 2-run lead. Dawson with a base hit. That misses outside. There's a runner headed to second and a throw down to try and get Paniagua sweeping, which they did not. So runners now at second and third. Dawson moves down to second base. 2-1 the count. Trout in tight on the plate. He's in right field this second game. Swing and a miss of that ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 runs in so far by the Blue Devils. They lead 2-1. Still batting here in the bottom half of the first inning. That's high and inside. So 3-2 the count on the left-handed hitting Trout. Caleb Trout. Inside ball 4. So that's going to load the bases back up. Paniagua at third. Dawson at second. Over at first now is Trout. Freeman, the catcher in this second game, his first at bat today. Up on the left-handed side to face the right-hander, Huggins. Strike called, just catches the outside corner. Oh, 0-1 the count. At this rate, Chris, we're going to be here a long time. 2-1 lead for the Blue Devils. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Freeman at the plate. Nicely blocked by the catcher, Higgins. Comes the wind and the 1-1. There's a ball turned on and foul down the right field line. 1-2 the count. Darius Freeman, the catcher in this second game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, 2 runs in for the Blue Devils. There's a ground ball headed into left field. That's going to score 2 runs. So a base hit into left field for Darius Freeman. Scores 2 runs. Makes it 4-1. Think we ought to just keep this thing going the way it is here with 2 outs. That's going to bring up left-hander Caleb Brown. He's in left field. Runners at first and second. Trout at second. Freeman at first after that 2 RBI single. Outside. 1-0 the count. 4 runs in the inning. 4-1 lead for the Blue Devils. Comes the 1-0. Foul ball backing into the net. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder, Brown. There's going to be a wild pitch clear back to the screen. So both runners will move up. So 2-1 the count. Two balls and a strike. Outside, nicely blocked by Higgins. Three and one the count now. In the dirt, base on balls to Brown. So back to the top of the order, Slabowski. Slabowski had a base hit to lead off the game. Now we're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll take a break. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913 288 7150. All right, changing of the pitchers. Taylor Mahoney comes in. He's from Olathe, Kansas. He comes in for the Red Devils. 4-1 the score. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Strike on the outside corner. Slabowski up there. He had a base hit his first time up. Trout at third. Freeman at second. Brown at first. 0-1 the count. Way outside. One ball, one strike. Breaking ball stays up high. Two and one the count. Two balls, one strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Blue Devils. Slabowski, the second baseman, at the plate. There's a fly ball headed into center field. Over to take care of that is Kay for the third out of the inning. At the end of one full inning, Blue Devils lead 4-1. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. To the top of the second inning we go. Scheduled up is Kenneth Gonzalez and Higgins. Kenneth was 3 for 4. There's a strike. He was 3 for 4. Had 3 base hits with a couple of RBI in the first game. There's strike 2 called right through there. Get him back in the box. Let's play ball here. 0-2 the count. A little bit low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. On Kennett, the right fielder. It's a ground ball headed at Dawson. Dawson, long throw across to Bard for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez. He was 0 for 2 in the first game with a strikeout, a flyout, and a couple of walks. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Fades a little bit low for ball 1. Comes the 1-0. Strike called. Outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Coffeyville Red Ravens at the plate. There's a swing and a miss, so 1-2 the count. Blue Devils lead 4-1. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Higgins, Riley Higgins, the catcher. There's a foul ball. He was 2 for 4 in the first game, had a couple of base hits, 1 with an RBI, reached on an error and hit into a double play. There's a foul ball, so quickly 0-2 the count on him. Oh, and 2 the count. It's up high, 1-2. It's a ground ball snagged by Simmons, and he throws over to Bard for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Blue Devils are leading 4-1. Let's keep this thing going. We'll be back. Do want to remind anyone that would like to support financially the broadcast, that if you go to forties.com and go to the donate page, that any money that is donated there will go directly into the cost of the broadcast, and any part of that saves Coach Golbeck from bringing that out of his program. So anyone that would like to help with that, just go to forties.com, go to the donation page, and he will certainly be thankful for any of those. We've had a few. We appreciate it. We'll be back. Taylor Mahoney is back for another inning of work. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Bard Paniagua and Adams. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas. He went to Piper High School. He'll be up there with nobody on and nobody out as he leads off the bottom half of the second inning for the Blue Devils. They lead 4-1. 4 runs on 3 hits. The Red Ravens 1 run on 2 hits. Comes the pitch from Mahoney. It's outside, 1-1 the count. Bard walked his first time up. Comes the 1-1. Foul ball over the first base dugout, now to play. 1-2 the count on the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Comes the 1-2, way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor Mahoney on in relief of Huggins. Comes the 2-2. There's a ball headed into right field, and that's going to be foul. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count on Bard. It's outside, ball 3, 3-2 the count. Fly ball lifted into right center. Coming over to take care of that is the right fielder, Kennett, for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua, he is from Blue Springs, Missouri, went to Blue Springs High School. He walked his first time up. He'll be up there with 1 out, nobody on. Out of play down the right field line. Hustling over to take a look at that was McClelland, the first baseman. And 1 the count on the center fielder, Paniagua. Breaking ball a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Squares to bunt, and Paniagua hustles down the line. It's going to have a hit and then move to second on the throw, so a bunt hit by Paniagua. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. Just a little bit north and west of here. Not much north. He'll be up there with Paniagua in scoring position. Struck out his first time up. High fly ball into center field. Coming in to take care of that is the center fielder, Kay, for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas, to Hayes High School. He struck out his first time up. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at second base after Paniagua's bunt hit and then moved to second on the ball, getting past the first baseman on the throw. Breaking ball a little bit outside. Want to know the count on Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman. There's a wild pitch. Just gets underneath Higgins to let Paniagua move to third. Two and 0 the count. Strike called. 2 balls and a strike. It has taken 1 hour and 3 minutes to play an inning and a half. We're in the complete second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hutchison at the plate. It's a ground ball headed toward the third baseman. That's going to be foul over here. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Paniagua at third. Swing and miss of that curveball. So at the end of 2 full innings, the Blue Devils lead 4-1. We'll be back. Four T's is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.4ts.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, to the top of the third we go. Oh, I didn't get my scoreboard changed. Better go do that real quick. Top of the third. Gabe Howiak scheduled up. He's the third baseman. He takes strike one. Then back to the top of the order with Gonzalez and K. Strike two called outside corner. If I'm Trey, I'm getting right on that thing, and as soon as they're back in, I'm coming down the hill. Let's get this thing a-going here. 0-2 the count on Howiak. Misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4-1 lead for the Blue Devils. Swing and a miss for that strikeout. So back to the top of the order. It's going to bring up Orlando Gonzalez. He struck out his first time up. He's from Chitre, Panama. He'll be up there with 1 out and nobody on. That's deep to left field and a home run for Orlando Gonzalez. Makes it 4-2. That's going to bring up Jaden Kay, the center fielder. Breaking ball right through there, strike called. Kay is from Billings, Montana. He flew out to center field his first time up. The ball headed to left field. Coming in hard is the left fielder, Brown, but couldn't get there. Dawson went a long way out there trying to get to that. So a 1 out home run, then a base hit to left field. It's going to bring up McClellan. McClellan hit a home run to left field his last time up. Strike called outside corner. Runner at first base after the base hit by the center fielder, Jaden Kay. Simmons on the mound for the Blue Devils in his third inning of work. Foul ball down the right field line and out of play. Oh, 2 the count, 1 out. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Kay. Inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the first baseman, Trey McClellan. Runner goes. Throw to second, and he's got him. Caught stealing. Slabowski with the cover down there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now 2 outs. Misses a little bit, up and out. 3-2 the count. Foul ball backing out of play, staying alive is the first baseman, Trey McClelland. McClelland is from Olathe, Kansas. It's a ground ball past the diving Hutchison for a base hit for McClelland. So he's 2 for 2 in this second game. It's going to bring up Drew Cates, the second baseman. Cates is from Prairie Grove, Arkansas. Here comes the pitch. 1-0 the count. 2 outs. 1 run in the inning to make it 4-2. Strike right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike to the second baseman, Cates. Fly ball headed to deep right field. Trout going to take care of that for the third out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 4th. Blue Devils lead 4-2. We'll be back. Want to remind everyone that Home Light, they're building the future for real estate today. Home Light empowers people to achieve better outcomes during one of life's most important events, buying or selling their home. A vision where a world where real estate transaction is simple, certain, and satisfying. Home Light, homelight.com. Mahoney back for another inning of work. Dawson, Trout, and Freeman scheduled up. Dawson had a 2 RBI base hit his last time up. He is from Russellville, Arkansas. There's a ball right at the center fielder. He didn't even have to hardly move for that out. Caleb Trout will be up next. He's the right fielder. He walked his first time up. Trout is from Lansing, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He'll be up there on the left-handed side facing the right-hander, Taylor Mahoney. Strike called right through there. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Trout, the right fielder in this second game. Swing and a miss for the strikeout for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Freeman. Darius Freeman, the catcher this second game. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas. He went to Shawnee Mission Northwest. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Ground ball headed right at the second baseman, Cates. He's over to McClellan. So at the end of 3.5, the Blue Devils lead 4-2. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. All right, Simmons back for another inning of work. Torres up. He struck out his first time. There's a strike to him. Torres is from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Swinging, I didn't want to, but I did anyway. Strike 2. Torres, the designated hitter this second game. He struck out his first time up. Outside, 1-2 the count. Little visit to the mound by Freeman, Darius Freeman. He's the catcher of the second game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out as Torres leads off the top half of the 4th inning. Blue Devils leading 4-2. There's a strike 3 called. Breaking ball got back across there for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Kennett. Kennett is the right fielder. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. He is from Olathe, Kansas. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Steps in on the right-handed side. He's the right fielder. Very tall, misses outside, 1-0 the count. on the right fielder, Brett Kennett. Foul ball back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Strike called. One ball, 2 strikes. A little bit low. 2-2 the count on Kennett. Misses a little bit high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Comes the pitch. There's ball 4. It's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez, the left fielder. He struck out his first time up. He's from Shawnee, Kansas. He'll step in on the left-handed side to face the lefty, Simmons. Squares to bunt. Ball goes into the outfield. Ball was in the dirt, way out in front of the plate. Impossible to block that, but Freeman got as much of it as he could. Probably should have not thrown. 1-0 the count on Gonzalez. It's going to be a pass ball there, I believe. Runner moves to third. Austin Gonzalez, the left fielder, up there, 2-0 the count. Misses a little bit low and outside. 3-0 the count. Must have missed that one low. Base on balls for Gonzalez. It's going to bring up Higgins. Higgins grounded back to the pitcher last time. Higgins is from Olathe, Kansas. He'll be up there with 1 out, runners at first and third. First pitch, swing and a miss. Brown in left field, Paniagua in center, Trout in right, Hutchison, Dawson, Slabowski, and Bard from left to right across the infield. Simmons on the mound, Freeman behind the plate. Squares to bunt. And he's going to be safe, I'm not sure how, but safe at second base. Not sure. One ball, 1 strike, and an out. Runners at second and third. Fly ball headed to deep left field. Back to take care of that is Brown. So a sac fly for the third run. So now it is a 4-3 game. Sac fly by Riley Higgins. It's going to bring up Howayek. He struck out his first time up. He's the third baseman. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at second. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count. One ball, one strike to the third baseman, Howayek. Simmons on the mound. 4th inning of work for him. Fly ball headed to right field coming in. And going to take care of that is Trout. So at the end of 3.5, the Blue Devils lead now 4-3. We'll be back. Want to remind anyone who would like to make a donation, if you go to fortees.com to the donate page, any donation made will defray the cost of the broadcast that is paid for almost in full by Coach Golbeck and the baseball program. We have the one sponsor that we're using tonight in Home Light, but the rest of the broadcasts are paid for by Coach Golbeck and the baseball team. So if you'd like to help with that, go to fortees.com, go to the donate page, and I'm sure he will appreciate any help that you can give there if you'd like. We'll be back. Blue Devils' lead has been cut to 1. They lead 4-3 as they bat here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Scheduled up is Brown, Slabowski, and Bard. Brown walked his first time up. Brown is from Topeka, Kansas. Went to Shawnee Heights High School. He'll be up there as he leads off for the Blue Devils. He takes outside ball 1. Bottom half of the 4th inning. 9-inning scheduled game. Not sure if we're going to get this in for daylight. We'll see. No lights here at KCK. There's fly ball down the left field line. We'll see if they run out of room, and they do run out of room down there. So 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike to the left fielder, Caleb Brown. After that foul ball, he steps back in. Low and outside. Taylor Mahoney from Olathe, Kansas, back for another inning of work. He pitches for the Red Ravens here in the bottom half of the 4th. Inside. 3-1 the count. Strike called right through there at the waist. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Caleb Brown at the plate. Strike 3 called. Back to the top of the order in Slabowski. Slabowski has a base hit and a fly out so far in this one. 1 out. Nobody on. Slabowski at the plate. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Outside, 2-0. There's a ball out to left field, so Slabowski shows a little bit of power, and he hits one down the line and out for the home run. Makes it 5-3. After that home run by Slabowski. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard has walked and been out on a fly to the right fielder. That's up high for ball 1, 1-0. The Red Ravens with 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth for a total of 3. The Blue Devils with 4 in the first, 1 so far here in the fourth for a 5-3 lead. There's a ground ball past Coach Golbeck. Bard yanks that one down there for 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes the 1-1. Breaking ball stays way up high. 2-1 the count. Comes the 2-1. It's a little bit low. 3-1 the count. Way outside, ball 4. So Bard with a couple of walks this game. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua's going to be up there with 1 out and 1 on after that walk to Brendan Bard. Paniagua has walked and a bunt hit. Way outside. Runner at first base is the first baseman, Bard. Paniagua, the center fielder, at the plate. Foul ball way out in front of that, hit it off the end of the bat. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Throw over to first, back in safely is Bard. Strike called. 1-2 the count. Paniagua at the plate. It's a ground ball back and off the glove of the pitcher. That's going to be a base hit. Off the pitcher's glove. Pitcher is Taylor Mahoney. That's going to bring up Caleb Adams. He's the designated hitter in this second game. He has a strikeout and a fly out to center field so far. He's up there with runners at first and second. Bard at second base. Paniagua at first. Adams at the plate. Breaking pitch right through there for a strike called. Five to 3 the score. Blue Devils lead. Bottom half of the 4th inning action. There's a strike right through there. 0-2 the count. Oh and 2, 1 out, 1 on. 2 on. Runners at first and second. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. Got in a bit of a hurry to underhand that to second, so that's going to be an error on the shortstop, Orlando Gonzalez. That's going to leave the bases loaded with 1 out. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison has struck out twice in this game. Be a good time for him to get something on the outfield grass. Curveball stays up and in. 1-0 the count. Bard at third, Paniagua at second, Adams at first, Hutchison at the plate, 1 out. Taylor Mahoney on the mound for Coffeyville. There's a strike called outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run each so far here in the 4th inning for each team. Home run by Slabowski, the run for the Blue Devils. Hutchison can get something on the outfield grass, get at least 1 here, maybe 2. Fly ball down the right field line and out of play. 1-2 the count. Bases full of Blue Devils. So ground ball headed to the second baseman. Only play is at first, so a great job hitting that ball to the other side to get the RBI. So a base ground out to score a run. Makes it 6-3. It's going to bring up Cole Dawson. He's had a base hit, 2 RBI, and a fly out in this game. Curveball breaks a little bit low. 1-0 the count. Paniagua at third. Adams at second. 6-3 the lead for the Blue Devils here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a strike right through there. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. The shortstop, Cole Dawson, at the plate. And a foul ball held by the catcher for 1-2 the count. That's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 runs in the inning for the Blue Devils. Way outside. 3-2 the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Comes the stretch and the pitch from Mahoney. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. At the end of 4 full innings, Blue Devils lead 6-3. We'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.fortees.com and click KCK Baseball. To the top of the fifth we go. Simmons back for another inning of work. Back to the top of the order for the Red Ravens. That's a little bit high. 1-0 the count on Gonzalez. He has a strikeout and a home run in this second game. Comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Some bat speed there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Takes ball 2. 2-1 the count. Gonzalez, the shortstop. For the Red Ravens, comes the 2-1. Stays up a little bit high. From left to right in the outfield, Brown, Paniagua, and Trout. Hutchison, Dawson, Slabowski, and Bard across the infield. There's a high fly ball. Coming in hard is Paniagua. He calls off Dawson and puts that away for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Jaden Kay. Kay has a fly out and a base hit that he was caught stealing. The infield from third around to first, Hutchison, Dawson, Slabowski, and Bard. Freeman behind the plate, and Simmons has gone all the way so far. There's a strike called. Bottom part of the zone, right down the heart of the plate. Top of the fifth inning action, 6-3 lead. There's a ground ball headed into right field, so that was quickly by Bard for the base hit by Jaden Kay. So a runner at first. That's going to bring up Trey McClellan, the first baseman. He's got a home run and a base hit, so he's 2 for 2 in this second game. Throw over to first, back in safely. Had me fooled on that one, did Simmons. Ball backing up and over the top of us. Oh, and 1 the count. Strike called. Oh, and 2 the count. The Coffeyville faithful thought that was low. There's been a lot of low strikes called today. Throw over to first, back in safely. Bard receives the pickoff attempt from Simmons. Swinging a miss for the strikeout. So 2 down. That's going to bring up Drew Cates, the second baseman. He has an RBI. Nope. He just has a base hit and a fly out to right field so far in this game. It's outside. 1-0 the count. Runner at first base. Ball misses a little bit high. So as much as that other pitch was low, that pitch was not high. It's just a low zone. I hate it when it takes 5 innings for people to realize throw over to first, back in. We get so critical of an umpire and their strike zone, but many times it's consistently the same, even though we don't like how low or high it is. There's a foul ball back to the screen, 2-1 the count. Runner goes. 3-1 the count. Stolen base by K. 3-1 the count. 2 out. 6-3 lead for the Blue Devils. That's outside ball 4. That's going to bring up Torres. Torres, the designated hitter in this game. He's struck out twice, once swinging and once looking. So runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. Close play at third. The ball gets just a little bit behind Freeman. Freeman out to give a first and third defense call. Oh and 1 the count on the designated hitter Torres. There's a strike right through there. Runner takes second. Oh and 2 the count on Torres. Nicely blocked by Freeman. 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2. Another one nice block by Freeman. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. That's in the dirt. So 3-2 the count. Comes the wind in the 3-2. Foul ball off the foot of Torres. We'll do the 3-2 again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. There's going to be a wild pitch that goes off Freeman and way back to the screen, and he couldn't find it. So Torres walks. The run scores on the wild pitch. To make it 6-4. That's going to bring up Kenneth. Kenneth, the right fielder. He's grounded out and walked. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 0-1 the count. Runners at the corners for the Red Ravens. They trail by 2 as they bat here in the top half of the 5th inning. Inside. Runners are going to go and throw down to second. The runner comes from third. The throw comes back for the tag out at home. So 1 run in the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 5th with the Blue Devils leading 6-4. Homelight is building the future of real estate today. Homelight empowers people to achieve better outcomes during one of life's most important events, buying or selling their home. Their vision is a world where every real estate transaction is simple, certain, and satisfying. Homelight at homelight.com. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Red Ravens have gotten 1 run each of the last 3 top halves of the inning to close the lead to 6-4. It's going to bring up Trout, Freeman, and Brown. Trout has walked and struck out. He'll face Mahoney. One ball, one strike. One ball, one strike on Caleb Trout. Two balls and a strike to Trout. In at the edge of the grass is Howayek, thinking he might bunt. Everybody else deep on the infield. There's a swing and a miss. Gonzalez, Kay, and Kennett across the outside. Howayek, Gonzalez, Cates, and McClelland across the infield. Higgins behind the plate, and Mahoney on the mound. There's a foul ball back and out of play. Two balls, two strikes as Trout leads off the bottom of the 5th. That's high and outside, so 3-2 the count. On the right fielder here, Caleb Trout. Strike 3 called. Fastball inside corner. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman has a base hit for 2 RBI and a ground out to the second baseman. He'll step in with 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th action. 9-inning scheduled game. We'll see if light lets us get there or not. How that ball didn't hit him, I'll never know, but it didn't. 1-0 the count. Darius Freeman, the catcher of this second game, has a hit and a ground out. Comes the 1-0. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Comes the 2-0. Fly ball headed down the left field line. It's going to be foul and out of play. Two balls and a strike. Foul ball back to the screen. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Red Ravens with 4 runs on 6 hits and an error. The Blue Devils 6 runs on 6 hits and no errors. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Breaking pitch stays outside. So 3-2 the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out on the catcher, Darius Freeman. Foul ball out of play over the third base dugout. There's ball 4. So a 1-out walk issued to Darius Freeman. Going to have a pinch runner. Jalen Johnson from Blue Springs, Missouri, went to Blue Springs South High School, is going to run. It's going to bring up Brown. Brown has walked and been called out on strikes. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Johnson, the pinch runner at first after the walk by Freeman. 0-1 the count. There's a throw over to first. Back in safely is Johnson. Fouled that ball down and got a piece of the catcher, Higgins. Oh, and 2 the count. on Caleb Brown. 6-4 lead by the Blue Devils. They're batting here in the bottom of the 5th. The ball headed into right field. It's going to be a base hit. So now runners at first and second with 1 out. Back to the top of the order. So Johnson at second base. Brown at first. Going to have a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's a change made. We'll be back. Pitching change being made by the Red Ravens. Jackson Murphy comes in. He's from Ottawa, Kansas. He takes over for Mahoney, who went 3 2/3 of an inning. So runners at first and second base. It's going to bring up Slabowski. Slabowski has 2 for 3 in this second game, a base hit and a home run, and a fly out to be 2 for 3. He'll step in with 1 out and runners at first and second. Base on balls and a base hit. That's way outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Want to know the count? The new pitcher is Murphy for the Red Ravens. Squares to bunt, does Slabowski and pulls it back, takes ball outside. Two and oh the count. 6-4 lead. Blue Devils trying to build upon that. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. There's a strike called. Runners at first and second. Johnson at second base, Brown at first. Slabowski at the plate. Outside. 3 balls and a strike. Slabowski, the second baseman. Comes the 3-1. Ball misses just a little bit low. That ball has been a strike by this umpire tonight. So a base on balls to Slabowski. So that's going to bring up Bard. In this second game, Bard has a couple of walks and a fly out. In the first game, he had a ground out, a base on balls, and a strikeout. So I'd say he's due. Strike right through there. 0-1 the count. Johnson at third. Brown at second. Slabowski at first. 1 out, 0-1 the count to Brendan Bard. It's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, and an out. Bottom of the 5th inning action, Blue Devils leading 6-4. Threatening here with the bases loaded in, 1 out. See if Bard can get something on the outfield grass. Watch these guys run a little bit. Comes the stretch and the 1-1 by Murphy. Strike called outside corner. 1-2 the count now on Brendan Bard, the first baseman of the Blue Devils. One and two the count. Murphy on in relief of Mahoney. Slaps that ball foul. We'll do the 1-2 again. Brendan leads the team with 17 doubles. That's outside. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases full of Blue Devils. Bard at the plate. So a hit by pitch. RBI for Bard. Makes it 7-4. Going to have a visit to the mound. We'll take a break. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913 288 7150. Pitching change has been made. Marshall Cheney from Dallas, Texas, comes in to pitch for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. Ray Paniagua steps in. He's got a walk, a base hit, and another base hit. He's up there with the bases loaded. 1 run in after the hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. 1 out. Breaking pitch right through there for a strike. 0-1 the count on the center fielder, Paniagua. 7-4 lead for the Blue Devils. Cheney on in relief for the Red Ravens. 0-1 the count on Paniagua. There's a fly ball to deep left field. And that ball is out of here for a grand slam. Paniagua with 3 hits and a walk, a grand slam, and a couple of base hits. So Paniagua makes it an 11-4 game. Adams steps in. He's had a strikeout, a fly out, and reached on an error. Strike outside corner. Strike called. Adams, the designated hitter in this second game. Strike called. 0-2 the count. Foul ball backing out of play, so we'll do the 0-2 again. So a hit by pitch, bases loaded RBI, scores 1 run, and then Ray Paniagua with the home run to score 4 more. So 5 runs in the inning to make it 11-4. There's a ball headed up the middle. Shortstop Gonzalez doesn't get there that in time, and that's a base hit. Caleb Adams going hard. It's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman. He's got a couple of strikeouts, but he did a nice job of hitting the ball to the second baseman side, grounded out, and got an RBI in that ground out. Strike called on the outside edge of the outside corner. Oh, and 1 the count. Runner at first base. That's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first is Caleb Adams. Had the base hit up the middle, beat out the throw from the shortstop Gonzalez. Breaking ball right through there. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball backing out of play. Two strikes. Surprised they've come back with a couple of fastballs. He fouled one away and took one high. Here comes the 2-2. Called out on strikes with that curveball, makes it back to the zone for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Cole Dawson. He had a base hit for 2 RBI his first time up, then a fly out, then called out on strikes. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. High and outside. 1-0 the count. 11-4 lead after the grand slam by Ray Paniagua, the center fielder. Breaking pitch. And the balk called. Want to know the count? The balk moves Adams to second. Want to know the count? Now in scoring position is Adams. Ball headed into right field. It's going to be a base hit. Coming home to score is Adams to make it 12-4. It's going to bring up Caleb Trout. He's walked, struck out twice, once swinging, once looking. Runner at first, Dawson. Pitches a little bit up. 1-0 the count. Comes the 1-0. High and inside. 2-0 the count. Comes the 2-0. Inside, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at first. 6 runs in the inning to make it a 12-4 game. Tying outside, so a base on balls for Trout. It's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. Going to have a visit to the mound. We're going to have another pitching change. We'll find out that information and we'll be back. Two outs, runners at first and second. Pitching change has been made. Cade Peterson from Warrensburg, Missouri will come in for the Red Ravens. He will face Jalen Johnson, who came on as a pinch runner for the catcher Darius Freeman. So 12-4 the score. The Blue Devils have scored 6 in this inning. They scored 4 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 6 in the fifth for a total of 12. They lead 12-4. So Jalen Johnson steps in. to face Cade Peterson, the reliever from Warrensburg, Missouri. Breaking ball right through there for a strike. Owen won the count on Johnson. In the dirt, nice job blocking that ball, did Higgins. One ball, one strike, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Another ball out in the dirt, and that's blocked by the catcher, Higgins. Have to apologize for the camera that I left over during the change of the pitchers. I was errant in that. I am sorry for that. 2-1 the count. There's a ball all the way back to the screen. The runners will move up. Three and one the count. Runners at second and third. Comes the 3-1 pitch. There's ball 4. It's going to load up the bases for Caleb Brown. Going to have another visit to the mound. We're going to have another pitching change. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Number 35, Tyler Benefiel from Carl Junction, Missouri, finishing with his warm-up pitches. (12-4) the score. Going to have a pinch hitter here, number 18, Brock Stewart from Gardner, Kansas. Went to Gardner. Edgerton is going to pinch hit for Caleb Brown. Ball's high and inside. Bring in the lefty, so you counter with Brock Stewart, the right-hander. So 2 outs, bases loaded. Swing and a miss of that fastball, so 1 ball, 1 strike to Stewart. Strike right through there, breaking pitch. Tall left-hander is Benefiel from Carl Junction, Missouri. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a ball headed over to the third baseman, and that's taken by Howiak for a nice play and over to first. So we go to the top half of the 6th inning with the Blue Devils leading 12-4. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.fortees.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. All right, the pitching change has been made. Hunter Cachero from Shawnee went to St. James. Carlin back in behind the plate to catch. And Grable back into left field. Grable is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to St. James. Carlin behind the plate, went to Free State in Lawrence. There's a strike called on the pinch hitter, Grant Diversary from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Strike 2 called, so Cachero comes in, throws a couple of darts right on the outside corner for strikes. Oh, 2 the count. Outside. 1-2 the count. There's a ground ball headed at Slabowski. He's up with it and over to Bard for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Austin Gonzalez. He struck out and walked in this second game. He'll step in to face Cachero. Strike outside corner. Strike called. Strike called. Top of the sixth inning. Scheduled to be 9. Not sure if the light will allow us to get that in, but we'll see. It's a ground ball over to Dawson at short, over to Bard. And Gonzalez is retired on a 6-3 ground out. So Cachero has faced 2. That's going to bring up Riley Higgins, the catcher. He's grounded back to the pitcher and had a sac fly to left field. He'll be up there with 2 outs. Strike called outside corner at the knees. Oh, 1 the count. It's a ground ball headed to Dawson. He's up with it and over to Bard. So 3 quick outs. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning with the Blue Devils leading 12-4. We'll be back. It's nice to have things click, and here we go. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our 3rd season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. Here we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Slabowski, Bard, and Paniagua scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Slabowski has a base hit, a fly out, a home run, and a base on balls. He'll face the reliever, Tyler Benefiel. 12-4 lead. The Blue Devils. Lefty on the mound. 1-0 the count. Outside. 2-0 the count on the second baseman, Cole Slabowski. Fly ball backing out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Slabowski leading off the bottom half of the 6th for the Blue Devils. That's up high. 3-1 the count. Strike called outside corner. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop, Gonzalez. He's up with it and over to McClellan for the 6-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard has 2 walks, a fly out, and an RBI hit by a pitch. One out. Bard at the plate. Brendan Bard, the first baseman. Breaking pitch right through there. 0-2 the count on him. It's up high. One ball, one strike, and an out. I believe I said 0-2. Believe it's 1-1. There's a base hit off the glove of the first baseman. So a 1-out hit into right field for Bard. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua will step in with a runner at first base and 1 out. Paniagua with a walk, 2 base hits, and a home run. So 3 for 3 with a home run. Strike called, 0-1 the count on Paniagua. Comes the pitch from Benefield. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Way out in front of it was Paniagua. Paniagua's home run was a grand slam. Runner at first is Bard. 1 out. Ball hit it into right field. That's going to be a base hit. So Bard moves up to second on the base hit into right field by Paniagua. Paniagua 4 for 4 with 3 base hits and a home run, a grand slam, and a base on balls. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams, the designated hitter, strike out, a fly out, reached on an error, and had an infield hit. That's up high. Runners at first and second. Bard at second. Paniagua at first. Two balls, no strikes. In the dirt, 3-0. In the dirt, ball 4. That's going to bring up going to have another visit to the mound. Bases loaded, 1 out. Palmer Hutchison scheduled up. Going to have a pitching change. We will be back. Blue Devils lead 12-4. They bat in the bottom of the 6th. All right, the pitching change has been made. Levi Smith from Maumelle, Arkansas. Tall right-hander comes in to face Palmer Hutchison with 1 out and the bases loaded. Bard at third, Paniagua at second, Adams at first. Hutchison at the plate, 3 strikeouts and an RBI ground out to the second baseman for him. Be a good time for him to get something out on the outfield grass. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count. Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman, he's up there 0-1 on the count with 1 out and the bases loaded. Foul ball backing into the net, so quickly 0-2 the count. Foul ball. We'll do the 0-2 again. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the third baseman, Hutchison. Bases full of Blue Devils. They lead 12-4. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. We've just gone over 3 hours of play time in these 6 innings. Comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. It's going to bring up Cole Dawson. He had 2 base hits for 3 RBI, 2 on one, 1 on the other, a fly out, and called out on strikes. He'll be up there with 2 outs. Bases full of Blue Devils. In the dirt, nicely blocked by Higgins. One and 0 the count. Cole Dawson, the shortstop, at the plate, facing the reliever, Smith, Levi Smith. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Higgins, keeping the runner at third. 2-0 the count. Strike right through there. Outside part of the plate at the knees. 2-1 the count. Strike called, breaking pitch right through there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. In the dirt. Nice block by Higgins. 3-2 the count, so the runners will be off with the pitch. Comes the 3-2. High pop up on the infield. Coming in to take care of that is the third baseman, Howayak, for the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the seventh. Blue Devils leading 12-4. We'll be back. HomeLight is building the future of real estate today. HomeLight empowers people to achieve better outcomes during one of life's most important events, buying or selling their home. Their vision is a world where every real estate transaction is simple, certain, and satisfying. HomeLight, homelight.com. Pinch hitter for the Red Ravens, Hunter Peacock from Baldwin City, Kansas. He will pinch hit for Howayak. Ground ball at the third baseman. Hutchison up with it and over to Bard for the 5-3. So back to the top of the order. Gonzalez, he has a strikeout, a solo home run, and a fly to center field. First pitch to him. There's a strike right through there. Strike called. We'll see what the first pitch was. I missed it. I was doing my work. Cachero working faster than we've been working this today. Ground ball to Hutchison. He's up with it and over to Bard. So 2-5-3 ground outs. So Cachero has come in and gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ground outs. 1 to second base, 2 to shortstop, and 2 to third base. It's going to bring up King. K, the center fielder. He has a fly out to center field and 2 base hits in this second game. There's a ground ball at Hutchison. He's up with it. Over to Bard for the out. We go to the bottom half of the seventh. The Blue Devils leading 12-4. I'll be back. Forties is partnering with KCK Baseball for our third season to bring fans live stream broadcasts of Blue Devils baseball. Whether you're a business looking to advertise, alumni who wants to give back to the program, or a parent/grandparent who wants to help financially, there's an option for you. For details, go to www.forties.com and click KCK Baseball. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the seventh inning. Blue Devils lead 12-4. Scheduled up, Trout, Carlin, and Stewart. Probably have a pinch hitter maybe for Stewart due to the outfield defensive changes that were made. There's a strike right through there to Trout. He's had 2 strikeouts and 2 base on balls in this second game. Smith back for another inning of work for the Red Ravens. There's 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes the 1-1. Strike. Breaking pitch just makes it down to the zone. 1-2 the count. That's low and inside all the way back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the right fielder, Caleb Trout. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Camden Carlin. Carlin walked 3 times in the first game. Defensive replacement and now hits in this game. There's a foul ball backing out of play. 0-1 the count. On the catcher, Camden Carlin. Strike. Strike called right through there at the knees. 0-2 the count. In the dirt. Nicely blocked by Higgins. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Smith on the mound in relief for Coffeyville. 2-2 to Carlin. Another ball in the dirt. 3-2 the count. So 1 hopper up the middle. That's grabbed by Orlando Gonzalez over to McClellan for the second out of the inning. So Bo Grable ends up back in left field, and he will now hit 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. First pitch called strike to Grable. Grable walked, had a sac bunt and a fly out to right field in the first game when he was in left field. Strike called outside corner. That is a wide old low plate this game. Oh, and 2 the count on left-handed hitting Grable. Inside. One ball, 2 strikes. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils lead 12-4 as they bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Strike called inside corner, breaking pitch gets him. We go to the top of the 8th. Blue Devils lead 12-4. I'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. Cachero back for another inning of work. Scheduled up for Coffeyville, McClellan, Cates, and Torres. It's outside ball 1, 1-0 the count. Home run, a base hit, and a strikeout for the first baseman, Trey McClellan. He's up there as he leads off the top of the 8th. And there is a home run for McClellan. So 12-5 here in the top of the 8th. That's going to bring up Drew Cates. He's got a base hit, a fly out, a walk, and a stolen base. Foul ball backing into the screen. Strike outside corner at the knees. This is actually a pinch hitter, Jackson Myers. Meyer. Adriel Mendoza Lopez is now. There's a ground ball to Bard. Bard's going to grab it, step on the bag for the second out of the inning. Mendoza Lopez out on the ground out. So Diversary will step in again. That's a little bit low. Grant Diversary pinch hit his last time. He grounded out to the second baseman. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. There's a breaking ball right through there. Strike 2 on Diversary. Foul ball back and into the screen. We'll do the 1-2 again. Outside and all the way back to the screen is that pitch. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Grant Diversary. Ground ball at Hutchison. Over to Bard for the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Blue Devils leading 12-5 after the home run by Trey McClellan. We'll be back. If you're interested in your business having a banner on the outfield fence or stadium entry, go to www.4ts.com, click KCK Blue Devils Baseball, then click Download Banner Brochure, or call Tony Tompkins at 913-288-7150. Bottom half of the 8th inning we go. Blue Devils lead 12-5. Smith back for another inning of work for the Red Ravens. Slabowski, Bard, and Paniagua scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Slabowski, couple of hits, a fly out, a walk, and a ground out. One of those hits was a home run. There's a fly ball down the right field line. Going to take care of that is the second baseman, Cates, in shallow right field along the line. It's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard has a couple of walks, fly out, an RBI hit by pitch, and a base hit. He'll step in with one out and nobody on. There's a hit by pitch. It's going to bring up Paniagua. Paniagua in this game has a walk, 3 base hits, and a grand slam home run. 4 for 4, 4 RBI, and a walk. Paniagua steps in with a runner at first base. There's a strike. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Runner at first base is Bard. Paniagua at the plate. 0-1 the count. There's a ball. And it bounces away from Higgins as he tries to block it. So a wild pitch for Bard to move up to second base. Excuse me. Runner at second base, 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Smith on the mound, Levi Smith. There's a line drive into left field. That's going to be an RBI. Extra bases for Paniagua as he cruises into second base. He now has 5 base hits, 1 home run, 4 base hits, and 5 RBI. No double yet either. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams has a strikeout, a fly out, reached on an error base hit, and a walk. 13-5. Thirteen to 5, 0-1 the count. We have a pinch hitter, Juarez. Oh, and 1 the count on the pinch hitter, Juarez. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Juarez is from Topeka, Kansas, went to Seaman High School. Oh, and 2 the count on Juarez. A little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you, Chris, for helping me with that. Comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison, the third baseman. He'll be up there with 2 outs and Paniagua at second base. Yes, you were right about the cycle. I wrote down single instead of a double, so 3 singles, a double, and a home run, a grand slam home run. Oh and 1 the count on Hutchison. The ball misses just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Little check swing. Wild throw to third base. Paniagua's going to come around to score. So that's going to be an error on the third baseman. (14 to 5). Cole Dawson at the plate. Runner at second base is Hutchison. That's up high. Cole Dawson, the shortstop, he has a 2 RBI base hit, a fly out, a strikeout, an RBI base hit, and a pop out to third base. So 2 for 5 with 3 RBI. Had a stolen base amongst all of that as well. There's a strike breaking pitch. Gets down to the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Backing out of play. One ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball for the second strike here on Cole Dawson. Comes the 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in the inning for the Blue Devils to lead 14-5 as they bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's a ball headed for the gap in left center. That's going to be an RBI double for Dawson. And that's going to be the end of this one. So the RBI double there makes the 10-run rule. That's going to be the final for this one. I appreciate you watching and listening. We will find out probably on Monday where and when we will play the 3-game play-in series to go to the sub-regional in Salina. Chris trying to take my phone up here, put it in his pocket. Well, yeah, we have the same. Anyway, that is the final for this one, 15-5. The Red Ravens take the first 3 games of the series. The Blue Devils take the last one. We will find out on Monday where we will travel for the play-in game for the sub-regional in Salina. I want to thank everyone that has listened this year. I will travel to wherever that play-in game is and most likely bring audio only. We'll find out if there is a live stream. If there's internet there to where I can do a live stream, I'll take my equipment with me. But nonetheless, Coach will be in contact with everyone. Once again, if you'd like to give financially to help defray the cost of the broadcast, which is paid for by Coach Golbeck out of his funds, as well as Home Light Realty, they're building the future for real estate today. If you would like to give in addition to that, go to 4ts.com, go to the donation page. I appreciate those that watch and listen this year. We'll talk to you next weekend with the play-in for the sub-regional. Have a nice evening. Blue Devils take this last one, 15-5 in 8 innings. We'll catch you next time.